Is this Ota's mother's place? This is gonna be sad. Man, this is gonna be really sad. It's not like she's got much else going on. The place was silent. It was so quiet I felt like I could hear the floating dust. Maybe she's not here then. I stepped inside. I thought it was empty, but I saw a shadow in the corner of my eye. Aww. It was Mayumi. It was like watching a decaying old tree cling pathetically to the earth. Aww. Do you want to talk about it? Nope. She's looking at photographs in her hand. About Ota, nothing. And I'm sorry to interrupt, nothing.
This is your fault.
Okay, how? How is it my fault?
I heard from the police. Because you didn't take care of Iris, my boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation report. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now.
Also, I'm pretty sure he would have died anyway. Like, they're saying I should have taken care of Iris, but like, she's not mine to take care of. So I was like helping her out a bit, but I was definitely not under any obligation to be like taking care of her. I barely knew her. And if I hadn't been there, then they'd presumably done whatever they were going to do anyway.
Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Date,
All right.
let's go. She is in
Lovely.
no state to talk.
Lovely chatting with you.
You're right.
Absolute chat. Let's go to our own house, I guess. Hummity hum hum hum. Ah, Mizuki's curled up on the sofa. She looked like a small animal frightened by a predator. Sup. Oh, right, she's heard. Oh, God. She's the connection. She actually is the connection. I don't think she's the one doing it, but she actually is the connection to all of them. Her mother, her father, her best friend, and her other, not best friend, but friend-ish, I guess. Like, she has to be the connection. I can't think of what else it could be. Oh, we're going through this song and dance again.
Mizuki must know about Iris and Ota.
Of course. The news was distributed heavily across the internet. Not just in Japan, but worldwide. 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's. This morning, 2 of her best friends.
That is like an absolutely insane amount to go through as a kid.
It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
It's an insane amount to go through at any point in your life, but especially as a kid.
Can I be left alone for a while?
Are you okay?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think she is, man. She certainly didn't seem so, but I can't stay by her side forever.
Contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
I stayed with her for a little while, but we didn't speak. Having nothing more to say, I left. Jesus, man. She's staring at the floor. Man, this is such sad times. Sagan residence or marble? Sagan residence? Whose house was this again? Oh, right. That's her surname. Yup. Yup. Oh, God. When I visited the Sagan household, I found Hitomi with a hollow look in her eyes. She let me in and asked me to sit on the sofa. I agreed and sat down. But after that, I couldn't say a single word. The heavy silence weighed on both of us. we?
Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere together. Whether it was buying clothes, or going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3. And finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent. Even though she needed constant attention growing up.
Can you think of any information?
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but
No, please, tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding. The second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Oh?
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger. I visit them a few times a year. And by coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away.
Is the acquaintance of yours your ex-husband? Who beat the shit out of you by the looks of it?
She was there for the same reason I was. To visit one of the inmates.
Was she visiting 89?
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison. In Tokyo.
Fuchu.
Prison?
About Ota.
Oda was one of my students. I taught him in elementary school.
Oof.
I heard it from the police. Oda tried to help Iris and ended up... I don't know what to say. I have no words.
Hitomi is composed. She's hiding her sorrow deep in her heart. She's gentle but strong.
Her memories are a part of this room. And always will be. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her. But why?
Oh man, this is the worst.
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
I don't know what to do. Thinking about her. Dante, please, you have to catch them.
I will.
Please.
I am very motivated right now. I cannot believe. I cannot believe they killed Iris. I cannot believe.
Trust me.
Well, on to the final place. Oh, man. Marble.
Are you okay, honey?
Not great,
Huh?
no.
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have... I suppose you could call it intuition.
Oh.
Tell me.
Information about the incident.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case. Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras? Shoko also has a relationship with them. You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
Oh.
3? Iris?
No, not that one. The boy. He came here last night?
Ota?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well.
How?
Have you heard the rumor?
Mama told me a similar story to Iba's. About So Sejima and the Kabasaki district. Okay. The basic idea is this. 8 years ago, So sold his land for 30 billion. Half a year later, explosion caused land prices to drop, so bought back the land for 1 billion. Almost like he knew beforehand the accident would happen. Did he blow it up or conspire to blow it up? That wouldn't make sense. So wouldn't gain anything from that. He would end with 29 billion in cash and 1 in land. It's a net zero. But there's more to the story.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you. The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kabasaki.
Okay.
Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kabasaki?
No.
So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kabasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly.
This isn't... like, it looks like it's flashing back, but this is actually something we haven't seen before, right?
But look at Kabasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces. But I promise you, I will revive the Kabasaki district at any cost. Casino Town Kabasaki will give new life to the city.
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kabasaki district. At the moment, the area is still considered off-limits. However, the air in Kabasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kabasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE, and by So himself. The land he bought back for 1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
Right, yeah.
He's involved in some shady business.
This is just another rumor, but the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
That is going to be hard to prove.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip.
And how do you intentionally blow up a chemical plant? Like, that's not an easy thing to do.
What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kabasaki district?
Sure.
The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, oh, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
I mean, sure, question mark? But also not
Thank
really.
you, Mama.
That last one's a bit of a stretch. Whoops, I accidentally clicked the trigger. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, Be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Okay, so where to now? Mama's polishing the dried bonito. Back to Abyss, okay. Man. Fucking Iris, man. I can't get over this. I can't get over this. This is... Where does it go from here? I returned to boss's office to report. I can't even imagine where the story goes now. But I didn't see her anywhere.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here, correct?
True.
I swear to God, if she's off being murdered. I sat down in my usual seat and decided to wait for boss.
What are you doing?
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
What do we have to talk about?
A summary of the investigation, perhaps?
What summary? We don't have anything new.
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research. About number 89.
Oh yeah? What's their real name?
Unknown.
You don't
Brilliant.
know?
No such person is listed in the family registry. It is possible he is a foreigner, but his nationality is unknown. However, I believe it is safe to say that he was born and raised in Japan.
Okay.
As you know, he is an assassin with multiple confirmed kills. He is currently serving a sentence at Fuchu Prison. He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
That's what Pewter told us.
After his fourth murder,
Yeah, we don't need to relive that. We've seen that very recently. What's the relationship between 89 and Shoko?
Unknown.
Brilliant.
I cannot determine if they have any connection. Approximately 1 month ago, Hitomi Sagan witnessed Shoko in Fuchu Prison's waiting room. I am unable to say for certain that the person she was there to visit was number 89.
That was my immediate guess.
After all, Fuchu Prison houses 2,000 inmates.
But number 89 knew Shoko's name.
Maybe she told him.
That must
Maybe she
mean that
told
he
him
knew her
someone was
somehow.
out for her or something?
It is possible. Pewter claims that there were 2 culprits behind the original serial killings. One was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
But Rohan committed suicide last year.
That leaves 1 culprit still alive, number 89.
But number 89 couldn't possibly have committed these crimes.
I assume they recovered a body for Rohan, right? It's not just like someone saw him leap off a building and then didn't see the body. I don't know.
He was in jail when each of the murders occurred.
I was just thinking that that was a big polar bear suit and Rohan looks like a big dude, so maybe he was in it, but no. Probably not, because they probably did recover a body, but it was just a thought.
Correct. However, I do not believe it is accurate to claim that he had nothing to do with the incident.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
If he was telling the truth, his involvement is possible.
Okay, well, let's talk to him then.
Let's
But he
talk
said
to
he
number
wants-
89.
He said he wants out. I don't know if he's telling the truth or if he's full of it, but he's our last remaining
All right.
loose end.
However, we need not go to him. We can bring him to us. If we plan on syncing with him, it would be more efficient.
Oh?
Can you arrange that?
I can.
After cutting through some red tape, 89 was to be brought to HQ. He took considerable time to arrive, but for some reason, Boss never showed up. Is Boss dead? I swear to God. How many days later are we talking here? Wait, wasn't it already Monday? Did we arrange a very, very violent prisoner to be transferred to our random ass police HQ in less than a day and say that it took some time? Like, shit. Can't fucking get people to do anything in a week where I work, let alone major things like transporting dangerous criminals around, all done in less than a day. Hi, how's it going? You look like you're having fun. That's the guy...
Sorry to interrupt your busy day.
That's the guy that was attacking, Iris's mum, right?
And I need you to tell me something. I'd appreciate your cooperation.
What's your name?
Number 89.
Your real name.
I don't remember.
Okay. Where are you from?
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso is a republic in West Africa. Population 17 million.
I don't have time for your jokes.
You're the original Cyclops killer, right?
That's right. I was one of the culprits behind the case 6 years ago. One of the 2 Cyclops killers.
And tell me about Shoko.
Yeah, I guess I do.
About a month ago, Shoko visited Fuchu prison. Was she there to see you?
That's right.
What did you talk about?
Nothing special.
You're in no position to lie.
I'm not lying. She didn't come to hear me talk.
Then why did she come?
To meet me.
Meet you?
She probably just wanted to see me.
When did you first meet her?
A long time ago. I don't remember exactly when.
What's your relationship to her?
A physical one. I'm kidding. She was just a business partner.
I was gonna say, she was out here doing conjugal visits? For fucking mass murderers? Who killed her then? You said you knew, but he also said he'd tell us if we got him out, which we won't, so...
Alright. Let's get right down to it. 2 days ago, you called Investigation HQ and said, I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That's right.
Who?
Hey, don't be so hasty. We haven't agreed on a deal. You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
It's done. You've got a deal.
Wait, what?
All right.
Surely not.
But to explain it properly, I need to tell you a story.
We're gonna fucking release a dude like this?
It might take some time. Is that all right with you?
I've got nothing but time.
Then let's get started. The story of a lonely assassin.
Okay. Are we going full
upon a
cutscene
time,
for this?
there was a detective, full of righteous justice.
No, we're not. Okay.
Let's call him F. F found the evils of the world intolerable. F had no parents, no siblings, and grew up in an orphanage since he was born. He suffered every kind of abuse imaginable there.
Is he talking about himself? I feel like he's talking about himself.
It led him to despise all the evils of the world. One day, F was chasing a thug down at the harbor.
Yep.
Someone wanted for the assault and murder of women.
Okay, I get it. I'll just throw down my knife. Here. And you lower your gun. It's fine. I got nothing else on me. I'll go quietly.
And so you killed him.
You know, I have a history with hospitals. I've been going to a special hospital for a while. Even if I get caught, it's all good. I'll come right back out again. What should I do next time? Just thinking about it gets me excited.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll get it done.
The culprit was unarmed, but F never served a day in prison. The case went to trial for some time, but it was determined to be self-defense, and he was declared innocent.
Yes, it always is determined to be self-defense when it's the cop doing the shooting, isn't it?
If the truth got out, it would be a huge scandal for the police. People at the upper level were terrified of what might happen, so they had evidence fabricated. F wasn't suspended or disciplined at all. After a while, he returned to his job like nothing happened. That was a turning point for him. He was ready to shed the morality that was weighing him down, holding him back. F still wanted justice, and he was willing to dispense it to the immoral one by one. He became an assassin, a lone gunman. No agent, no employer. He was his own man. F believed that he was judge, jury, and executioner, but it didn't last long. One day, F got rid of a criminal we'll call X. X was responsible for defrauding and killing an innocent old man for his life insurance policy. Turns out, X had connections. Someone wasn't happy that he died. Rohan Kumakura, chairman of the Kumakuras. X was a top executive of the Kumakuras at the time. Rohan ordered his men to find and kidnap F.
I've done some research. I know you've cleaned up at least 18 pieces of scum from this earth. But somehow there hasn't been a single criminal investigation. They're all treated as suicides, accidents, or natural causes. Amazing work. I'm impressed. How about you work for us? Of course, you have the right to say no, but it'll be the last word out of your mouth.
F was trapped. Even if he somehow survived, he would be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life. He had no choice but to take Rohan's offer. Thus, F's self-employment came to an end. He became a hired gun of the Kumakuras. Rohan even gave him a code name, Falco.
Falco?
Named for the falcon, a bird of prey.
Why not name him Falcon then? Why name him Falco? It's just like... weird.
Falco didn't quit his job as a police officer, though. He worked as a detective by day, assassin by night at the will of the organization. An ordinary killer would need motive to take a life. Not Falco. He did as he was told, one target after another.
Got him.
It didn't take long to destroy his heart completely. Time passed, and a few years back, Falco, who by this time was exhausted in body and spirit, made a fatal mistake. He missed his mark and ended up taking a bullet to the stomach. Somehow, he managed to escape. After reaching a nearby shrine, his legs finally gave out under him. He had no strength left. He put his back up against the shrine and let out a moaning breath that he thought might be his last. But at that moment, in his darkening vision, he saw a woman approach him.
Yep, I know that jumper. That's Iris's mum.
He watched her take out her phone and dial for help. At the same time, he heard footsteps. Footsteps of at least 2 people closing in. He knew immediately that they were after him. He sprung into action, grabbing the woman and pulling her close, kissing her to keep her from talking. That was the first encounter between Falco and the woman. She was a teacher at some school. It was like she was from a totally different world than him. Listening to her talk, he would forget everything about his line of work. She was his only contact with the ordinary, mundane world. They met in secret a few more times, and Falco felt his heart grow warmer. Her smile and kindness were like a cold glass of water for Falco's parched heart. Falco started to become himself again. His former self. He swore on his life that from then on, he would live for her.
And then he broke her arm or some shit.
So, you want to go clean? Fine. Do as you please. You've done a lot for us. But there is one last thing. one final job I want you to do for me. It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter. I need you to dispose of them.
Ah.
Should be simple, no?
And then he told him it was those two,
Rohan
right?
handed Falco a picture of a woman and a girl. It was the teacher Falco met at the shrine. And her daughter. She had just turned 12. Why the two of them? Rohan, as usual, never gave a reason. And Falco had no intention of carrying out the kill. But if he didn't, he knew that someone else would. He thought long and hard. How was he going to keep them safe and get out of the life of crime? He couldn't find an answer, no matter how hard he thought. He was backed into a corner. So, he decided to call on an old friend for help. And then...
For some reason, he wouldn't open his mouth again. Why did you stop?
Why did you stop?
Was that the whole story?
Was that the whole story?
Okay, that's weird. What's the connection between that and Shoko?
What's the connection between that and Shoko? You mentioned a detective. Hey, answer me.
This is a transaction, remember? Until I get a guarantee that you'll uphold your end of the bargain, I'm not telling you anything else. I'll give you half up front, half later. If you want to hear the rest of my story, you better start the release procedures. Once they've cleared, I'll tell you everything.
Date, it is unlikely that number 89 will uphold his promise, even upon release.
Couldn't we put him back in jail though, if that's part of it, if that's the bargain? And then he doesn't hold up his end, wouldn't he just forfeit the right to be out?
Pewter.
Yes?
Start the preparations.
It's time to sink.
What do you think? The sink.
Sinking. I don't know how we'll get to shore again.
I have injected number 89 with the usual dosage. He will not be waking up anytime soon. Are you ready, Agent Date?
Yeah,
The time limit is 6 minutes.
I know.
Then let's begin.
And we in. Blop.
Sup?
No, not sup. Why are you sleeping on the job?
Because I want to, obviously.
Why are you getting mad at me?
Yeah, this rug feels so good on my skin, yeah?
Oh dear.
Why are you suddenly a cat?
Playtime's over. Let's begin.
Stand up.
Is this the Sagan residence?
Yep, this is where we started, and this is the place where we saw him standing over... what's her name? The mother?
Definitely is. But why?
Number 89. What were you up to? What? The
Say
green.
what?
I do not think I can pass through it.
Really wants to hide it, huh? Okay, new plan.
Somnium scan. Activate.
Mental lock on the phone. Okay.
This appears to correspond to the green thing.
Sinking in the curtain. It's been rain, vein, and now curtain, but same spelling. 89 is hiding in the past. 89 is covered in a green membrane. I can't get close. Okay. Prevent the interference. Well, unfortunately, that is all we have time for today. So we're going to have to jump into this sinking session next time. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the videos around. Share the playlist around if you can. I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time for more the Somnium Files. Thanks for watching. See you then.